let's come in.
Okay, I'm rolling.
Okay, speeding.
And
You ready?
Yep.
Alright, and action.
Yeah. We were. Yes.
Three
playing
sides.
sides.
Three playing sides. And I'll take this one. I'll take it.
fail.
Okay, and action.
Alright, dude.
You ready?
Am I ready?
Yeah.
I'm always ready. Yes. The question is, are you ready?
I'm.
That's not a yes.
Yeah, I know.
Well, it's happening. You can't go anywhere. Did you do anything? You booked on the show.
About Tony, dude. He's giving me such a hard time. It's just. Yeah.
He's an idiot. Don't worry about Tony.
Alright. You do the same with me tonight?
Yeah.
To get up on the jam? I can
Yeah.
count on you? You won't show me up or anything?
I'm not gonna show you up
Okay.
on purpose.
Good.
But sometimes, I mean, just to both of who we are, I can't help but do it.
No, I know. You gotta be funny. Alright.
Well, yes, and so do you. This is the whole point.
I'm trying, dude.
I know, but don't try. Just be.
Okay.
You know, like Shakespeare.
To be or not to be?
No, not that one. When he was writing, he was just being. He wasn't trying to write. He was just doing it.
Right, but he wrote to be or not to be.
Yes, he wrote that.
Yeah.
But he was. That doesn't matter. What he wrote.
What it kind of does is what he's famous for.
Yes, but whatever. That's not important. What's important is that he was doing. He wasn't trying to do. He was doing.
Right.
It has nothing to do with to be or not to be.
No, no. I mean, that's what he wrote, but sure.
But they're not even close. Right?
Huh? No.
The words to be or not to be are not close to the action of doing
Right.
versus trying to do.
Okay.
Right?
Sure.
So, his actions were better than his actual written words.
I get that. So what's that? Has that got anything to do with me tonight?
Yes, I need you to be.
Okay. No, do be.
Exactly.
I got this.
Okay.
I got this. I got this. I got this. We got this.
You're good.
Ready?
Let's go.
Okay, two more. Yeah. Something completely
We can do it some
Still
more.
rolling.
That was good. Hang on. I'm gonna find this one a little more.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Frank.
And action.
I don't know.
No?
I don't think so.
Oh, come on, dude. It's just a quick set.
No, not tonight.
You're not gonna come all this way. Come on.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna work, man. Not tonight. Not really feeling show mode or something,
Why? What's up?
Nothing. Nothing's up. It's just same old place, same old people.
Yeah.
Nothing's gonna
Well,
change.
you're gonna rock it. You always rock it.
That's not the point, though.
Alright.
Yeah, I go in there, I lay down hard funny.
Yeah.
Like the kind of funny that Shakespeare would have written home about.
Again.
If he was a good writer.
Oh, sure.
But whatever. What is that? Another notch on my belt? I'm not even keeping track anymore. There's too many of them. Like, what's the point? You know what I mean?
But you're gonna go up. You're gonna be part of the team, and it's gonna kill. Don't worry, dude. You know.
Kill is nothing. Who cares? This is my point. My point is that whether we go in and kill or whether we have a terrible scene doesn't matter,
Okay.
right? It's
Sure.
all just fucking waves in the ocean, buddy. None of it matters.
Go downstairs. Oh no. Yeah, stay there. Stand there. Oh, sorry. Okay. Keep going. Let's get to the door, and then we'll do another third take. Okay. So just get me to the door.
Anyway.
Okay, dude. We gotta go. You're
Okay,
gonna psych up.
Fine. I'm psyched. Okay, I'm ready to go.
Off you go.
Okay, in?
Yeah.
Just me?
Sure. Alright, last one. Okay, and then we do. Let's start this one here, head to head. I'm just looking out. So you're standing here, I'm standing here, and whatever you want to talk about.
You guys aren't walking in
No.
on this one? Okay. So I'll just start on someone here.
I'll start with ready, and then you give me about you.
Okay, and Frank.
Ready?
I found a cat in a box today.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, on my way here.
Okay. How's that put you? Are you alright?
Well, yeah.
Were you looking for a cat in the box?
No, but I found it.
Where?
Walking to the subway.
Okay, just like in the street, there's just a cat in a box. Is it like Pavlovian? Is it alive? Is it dead? Do we know?
It's alive.
It's alive, you looked.
Yes, I did.
Why'd you look at a cat in a box?
The box was moving around.
The box was moving
It's a
around.
closed box. It was moving around. I could hear cat sounds.
Meow.
So I looked in.
Meow.
There's a cat in there.
Meow. Oh, okay. So you ready to perform then?
Well, I don't know. I'm thinking about that cat. I just kind of left it there.
You left the cat there?
What am I going to do?
Well, you couldn't bring it here.
I'm allergic.
And also, it's on stage now. Right. Okay.
You can't do a scene with a cat.
No, well, you should maybe do a scene and then go see if the cat's like still there.
Well, maybe later tonight. I don't want to be here for a while tonight.
Sure.
I don't
Like give it an
wanna-
hour and a half, and then if it's not been like, was it in the road or the sidewalk?
More longer. I'll be here probably 3 or 4 hours tonight.
All right.
I
Well,
wanna
you
go
chance
home.
it. If there's a cat, there's a cat. If there's not, there's not.
I guess.
Yeah.
Does that make you feel bad?
No, you saw it, dude. I'm fine.
Why don't you go check for me?
What? Check your cat?
Yes. Well, it's not my cat.
I know it's not your
I
cat,
have
but
to
it's not my
find-
thing to go and look at. It's
But
like you saw a cat. I mean, I don't even know where the cat is.
But you could do that. They don't even like you here anyway.
Okay,
They're not
thank
gonna
you.
notice if you leave.
No, that's true, but I don't feel like I'm gonna get better at my job if I go look at cats in boxes.
Job.
Well, I'm trying to get good here, dude.
Yes, but trying is not a job.
Yeah, but looking at cats isn't a job either.
It's your job. I need you to do this.
Okay, then.
If you don't do this, that cat might die,
Okay, fine.
and that's
Well,
on you.
Fine. We'll go in here, I'll look at the thing, and then as soon as I get a get out, I'll go and check on the damn cat, alright?
You will?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Alright.
I'll come with you.
Shake on it?
Yes. I'll
Yeah.
come with you to check on the cat.
Alright.
Yeah, shouldn't someone reach for the door? Should
We
we, just
did.
get a cutaway of
Yeah,
you
cut
did.
away of door reaching,
That's
yeah.
just-
You should get a cutaway of our handheld as well, just on one we did it like that.
Okay, bring them closer. Yes. Okay. Oh, yeah. And
So,
who extended their hand?
like,
You did it first.
so shake on it, and then keep my hand held, and I'll go for this.
Okay, yeah. So from the top. Yeah, there we go. And action.
Okay, but you come in, and then I'll go and look, okay? Shake on
Okay,
it?
we'll both go look.
Sure.
Okay.
Alright.
Let's just get a clean of the handle and the hand.
I just need Austin, you can get that for him. You can get it now.
Clean of the handle.
It's hand going to the handle, just clean.
Oh yeah.
Right.
So
So reach your hand out, take your hand out.
just come this way a bit, just because I want some of that light to hit the.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a bit dark, but go for it. That's art.
Okay, now I just want Austin and
Cutting?
You need a cut?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speeding.
right. So everybody, thank you.
12A, take 1.
Let's
8 camera.
do shots for the shots and
Ah.
people here. Nice. All right.
Let me get in front of you here. And B camera. Oh, sorry.
That worked out well, yeah.
Should I reach
Cheers. Can't do now. Better go home with it.
I think I
Right,
got
right.
that. Let me check.
So-
Just 1 second, guys. Just gotta make sure this is in frame.
Chasing
Alright.
Wait, let's bring the shot glasses. Are we rolling now?
Go.
So thank you again. Thank you. Cheers.
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 Cheers. Done. Right. So where were we now? You were talking about weed.
Yeah.
Subject close to my heart. So how does weed affect your writing? How does it make you better? Are you funnier? Are you calmer? Are you more paranoid in front of an audience? What's weed and comedy got?
In a general way, I write more now that I use cannabis habitually. I don't really smoke to go on stage, but I do like to smoke before I write because I find that it the
Indica, sativa,
sativas mostly.
creative, yeah.
The what I find it does is it takes away my hesitations as a writer. My you know those like initial
Inhibitions?
your inhibitions, that first judgment of like there's no way this is going to be funny. Like even when you don't recognize that you're thinking that. So to like have that off the table is a really useful thing, and I think that cannabis can be really helpful with that without slowing me down so much that I can't write at all. You know, like some people smoke weed and they get couch locked.
Yeah, but are you not likely to? Because this is what I do. I have to give myself a week off if I've got a deadline, right?
Yeah.
You gotta pause for a second?
Yeah.
We're just gonna change your battery.
Okay.
No, Mike's falling down out of the thing.
Oh, Mike's falling out of the thing. I thought the battery's dead. I'm still rolling.
Yes, the room.
I'm gonna screw that back.
I'm just.
Karen will roll it.
Yeah.
Anybody on weed? Anybody who smokes weed?
I know it seems weird,
Right.
but it's,
And work and weed.
yeah,
Go.
there.
And then you can.
Working weed.
Yeah.
Working
Together. Does it go well? Does it stop you? Does it,
So Rob,
because
you
I
don't
want
have
to.
your beginning there at all, because your mic was down at your crotch.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, no more. We're just gonna keep rolling now. Right. Okay. So we were talking about you. We didn't pick you up. So work and weed. Does it complement you or does it hold you back?
I think it compliments me. I think there's like a misconception about cannabis use that it like, you know, depletes, like it deflates people and puts them to sleep. It can, but for me, like I become activated when I use cannabis, so I, you know, like I feel more motivated to go write, or I feel more motivated to go out and do a show. It's kind of just like
You will smoke up and want to go and stand on stage in front of people.
Yeah.
Wow, that's no.
Not often, because my timing gets fucked up when I smoke, so I try not to smoke before I do a set.
Okay, what's better, a shot or a puff?
A puff.
Really, a
for
shot calms
sure.
my nerves.
No.
So we'll go. You're a drinker, right? Do you have a drink before set?
Never.
Never.
A couple times, but then I was like so woozy. I'm like, "What's up, everybody?" And then I forget all my words.
So you learned not to do it?
Yeah, I just don't do it. I did improv drunk once, and I had the best time of my life. And then afterwards, everyone was like, "What the fuck was that?"
Yeah, that's most of my improv.
You suck.
Right, and so that's it. You're not going to do it anymore. You said no. I'm not gonna drink.
I mean, now I feel like I have to, just to prove that I can.
All right, you have got no crutches, as we say.
No, I've got a real crutch on power poses.
What's this?
I cannot get enough.
I don't know. Is that that? Is
Oh,
that
no,
Star
it's
Wars?
like-
Is it when you
I'm
like?
just like-
hands on your
I'm like,
yeah,
I am so goddamn powerful.
Yeah, power pose.
And then I go out there, and I'm so goddamn powerful.
Alright, powerful. Let's go back to powerful. Whose act was your act that said I'm a half feminist?
No.
Sort of feminist. That's you, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's sort of feminist. What is that? Is that real or is that purely a joke? Do you define yourself in any way that way through comedy?
No, I do not define myself as a feminist. I'm a woman, I guess. But like, also, it's just not a part of my conversation. I think it's some people's conversation, and that's totally important.
Are you a half feminist? Is that truth or is that just messing about?
That wasn't my bit, but sure, it's an interesting line.
Did you steal something?
Did I say half feminist and like?
You
did I
said
blank
yeah,
out?
yeah.
I was like, I don't think you said half feminist. I think you were.
But
Like,
I'm not a
circling
feminist.
around
I'm a
that
sort of
term.
half feminist.
I'm on my way to feminism.
Yeah.
I think, yes, that
Right.
was one. Right. I'm on my way to feminism. I believe in equality for the sexes 100%. That is not my issue. My issue is more just kind of like the monetization of the movement has kind of bummed me out. Like, it's true, we are seeing a lot of changes on Instagram, and like we're seeing a lot of
Well, like
catchphrases.
what? I don't know. Tell me.
No, just
Talk
like
me through an
that,
idiot.
that people really like find that, you know, it's the slacktivism. So liking, reposting, and following.
Slacktivism.
Those aren't really going to make a lot of profound changes, I think, in the movement for gender equality. I think that putting a phrase on a T-shirt is also really not going to put a lot of traction to some of these real issues that women are
Pussy
facing.
grabber?
Yeah, like it's not. It's hashtags have their place, and that's cool. But like, I don't know. For me to get up on stage and be like, feminism, it feels really bandwagony right now.
Okay.
Whereas I'd rather get up on stage and say like, here's what I think about this particular subject.
Okay.
It's not for me to comment on all of feminism.
No.
I'm not.
Have you
Ruth
got
Bader Ginsburg.
have you got a soapbox? Is that your time to comment?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think of myself as a soapbox comment.
All right.
It's
Now,
a soapbox comedy.
you're someone who's got something to say.
Yeah,
Listen to hear me preach. Chris Rock. You know.
George
But he's
Carlin.
funny.
George Carlin.
What-
Yeah.
what's-
We can, yeah.
But
Say
they're
they
yeah,
weren't.
no,
What-
but it's like I wouldn't call Chris Rock a soapbox comic. He's a comic. He like writes
Oh, well, a
jokes.
soapbox means something negative then?
I think so.
Alright,
I do
well-
because like if you're comparing George Carlin to Chris Rock to Dave Chappelle, those are all arguably three different soapbox comics.
Sure.
But George Carlin is like, I mean, he kind of led the masses a little bit more in that respect. I mean, like I'm treading on really dangerous water right now.
Let me move on.
This is-
Hashtag is what you brought up. So hashtag Me Too. How is that in this industry? Have you experienced anything in the stand-up world in Toronto scene?
I've been like pretty lucky, but I mean, I've heard a lot of things from my friends.
But without names of things, what's something that you know, a rough idea or something that you like? Really, that goes on here? Or?
Well, I mean, like,
Have we got any Weinstein?
like.
Have we got a
Yeah,
Weinstein?
I
We
mean,
got a Weinstein?
there's bad things that I don't necessarily like want to talk about, but
Yo, name
you know,
names.
All right, but you can't just sort of hint. I mean, I'm
like the worst you can imagine happens.
Oh, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that's no thing. But what about regular inappropriate touching? Let's go to Kat. What about your hug today?
Tony's hug.
Yeah, what about the hug? Is that normal? Is that pleasant? All of you, please chip in. And I don't know if you get hugged. But
Well, as a man,
Yeah.
watching that hug made me feel so uncomfortable.
seriously,
To see a woman just have her whole body just
embraced in a
embraced
tight way
without
by
can
arms.
take control.
Yeah.
How does
It's
that-
definitely
No, but did it feel uncomfortable?
I mean, that's not for me to say.
It is if you were
You're asking
uncomfortable.
him if it was uncomfortable.
As an
for me.
audience
Well, let me
member. No, I'm
manage-
asking, does the audience go, that's just wrong?
Well, let me
Right, I
mansplain something.
Yes, because we're going to bring that up. Yes, please.
Oh God, I was.
I did a set recently where the guy who's hosting, he's a genuine friend of mine. I love him so much, and he's so nice. He hugs everybody. It's really great. And so he hugged me when I came on, and then I do this whole thing where I'm like, I'm scared of sex and intimacy. So afterwards he was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry I hugged you. I'm like, no, like please, it's
Well,
okay.
I'm apologising all the time. I think 4 or 5 times tonight I've had my hand on one of your backs and thought after forgetting that my hand's on your back, oh fucking shit, I've got to apologise for this later.
I mean, you did
So
that to
I'm
me.
sorry to all of you. Yeah, yours was the groin, and I'm really sorry.
You did that to me a few times, and I'm like, hashtag me too.
Oh, yeah. Oh. So the hug.
I feel like that's not a norm, at least not a norm that I've experienced, but I'm sure it depends on your rapport with the host or what have you. But I think as a general rule, whether you're doing stand-up or improv or anything, if you don't know somebody or you don't know somebody well, you just don't touch them. You know? Or you
Yeah, but what I'm
simulate
saying, yeah, but
touching.
my question, I know that.
So
I know that. I'm a good one. You don't have to say that. But is there any club bookers, is there any people in our business that will say, I can stroke her arm because she's a good girl and it's my club?
I don't know.
I haven't experienced that, but that doesn't mean it doesn't happen.
Well, I think Canadians are much more cool and liberal than say what's happening
Well,
down south.
Torontonians are more
Yeah,
open-minded on the
yeah,
whole, but
Toronto's
that's
not
not
Canada.
exemplary of
Yeah.
Canada.
Yeah, we're just
Why?
better than everybody.
What's the difference then? Let's move on to this. What's the difference between Canadian stand-up and American? Is there any?
I need to stop for a second. I'm sorry.
25A, take 3.
No, just position.
Yeah, no, please do. Yeah. I normally need a man positioning you when I'm doing this.
And remember, deeper is better than shallower. That's
Okay.
what she said. Alright, moving on.
Right.
Nice.
Action.
Look, dude.
Can we reset? You gotta be deeper.
Even deeper?
Yeah,
Yes.
take a step
Take
back.
a step
Rob.
back,
Tiny
yeah.
step back. Let me just check that.
Or like you're.
Because even if you
shoot
think
your
you're.
body out
Yeah.
like this.
That's
up.
good. That works.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and even if you think you're too close to the wall, you're not.
Okay.
On camera, it looks like you're still far away. So,
Okay.
okay. And action.
Look, dude. I know you think doing a scene with me won't be chill, but it will, dude. It will. I came here to pee.
Okay. You can.
Oh, sorry. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you.
We'll talk.
Okay.
Okay. Go pee.
Thanks, Rob.
No problem. Good. Great.
Yeah. Really in there.
Well, have a good set tonight, dude.
You look great.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Rob.
No problem. We'll talk about it later, okay?
Awesome.
Yeah, you have a good one, dude.
Love you, man.
Fun night.
Same shit, different day.
Okay. I see our shadows right there.
Alright, company director.
Roll it up.
Camera speed.
First
I'd love to
position.
get a boom in on this because of its,
Do you want to?
well, it's a hug.
10A, take 2.
Whoa, okay, go ahead.
Nah, we'll just.
Hit it.
Okay.
I know what you're saying, and I would too, but we don't have time.
Okay, and frame.
And action.
What?
Sorry, back to ones. I caught the in there.
Reset.
And frame.
And action.
Rob, please, you gotta help me out. Come on, okay? Come on. You gotta let me in. Huh? Can we start this over?
Yeah, quick. Keep rolling.
Okay. Back to ones.
I like the sound of his little hair on it.
Sound good?
I need to ask you for.
Is it
I need you.
possible, or
Yeah,
is it
that's
because
passable.
because he's so low?
Yeah.
Frame.
I'm gonna do the producer thing.
Frame.
We'll fix it in post. And action.
Rob, please, you gotta help me. I need you in my scene.
What?
I need you in the scene. Tony's been on my ass. He's not gonna let me play at the club.
Oh no! Shocking, really?
Yeah, no, I need your help. Please.
Hey, nice set. Well done.
Rob, have I ever asked you for anything?
Yeah.
Please, I need you. You're my last hope.
Well, okay, well, I'll check my email. I mean, I can't commit now, but what I'll do is I'll go home, I'll have a look on the Facebook, I'll say yes, but I'm not going to mess you about something. Just give me a minute to check some dates and things.
A minute?
Yeah.
Check some dates?
Literally, like, tonight. I will check tonight, buddy.
Okay.
You happy?
Tomorrow?
Maybe, yeah, maybe. I can't commit.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Sure. Is that the please? Do we want to go and get the please?
We
Cutting.
should do.
So first one laughter, please, like always.
Okay.
So it's not M1s. We're rolling.
Speeding
9B, take one.
and frame.
Okay.
Yep.
And action.
Hey, well, so that was great. Yeah. Whoa. Awesome. Yeah. And let's give it up for Tony. Thank you, Tony. Thank you. So the other day, my wife, she said to me, she said, you know what I want? I said, I really want to have sex in the backseat of the car. I was like, yeah. What do you want me to do? She's like, drive. You get it?
Yeah, one more. Just
Did you zoom really in so I can fill the screen?
yeah, I zoomed in. Let's do
Am I in the shot when you're there?
just like a tiny bit.
I'll stay over
But
there.
you're like,
I
no,
don't know.
it's fine. You're way out of focus. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It just looks like a human.
Yeah?
And you
Yeah.
can be there
That's
anyway.
fine.
You're on the
No,
side.
I'm just. I didn't want to be.
So we're going to do the no laughter now, yeah? Or do you want to do another laughter? No laughter, that's fine.
Yeah, no laughter's
No
fine.
laughter. Right,
Yeah.
still rolling. Okay, everybody, how was that so far? Yeah, great. Okay. Well, we should know what we should do. We should give it up to Tony. Yeah. So the other day, my wife said to me that she wants to have sex in the back of the car, and I was like, okay, well, what do you want me to do? And she was like, drive.
Okay, one more look up, Rob, for me.
One more look at what?
Yeah, just look up at the light.
Down to what?
Sorry, just say the punchline
I'll
and then
say
look
drive?
up. Yeah.
Drive. That was walking, wasn't it? Yeah, drive. Right, I'll do that again. Drive.
Okay.
And let's get an end. You can stay there. Or clap me off. Ladies and I'll come back. I'll look down from the right and come back. Okay, just from there's fine. We won't be here.
And I'm not coming up.
No, yeah, fine.
I got a good angle here. Let's do one more look up to the light. 'Cause it's
Okay, I'll count to 10, and then I'll come to and say thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You'll clap me off like nice people. Not woo woos, just a nice clap.
Can you do one more punchline and look up to the light just
Yeah.
from this?
And she said, drive.
Good.
Anyway,
Thank you.
Anyway, so that's been my set, folks. Thank you very much for coming out tonight. Thank you. Woo! Thank you. Thank you.
Go.
All right, that's a wrap on this bit.
Got it.
We have a spot on every show if we're lucky, but like look at the JFL 42 lineup of last year. There was
Shout
I think,
when we're rolling,
there was like
Yeah.
5 women like billed on some
I'm sorry,
of the
what's
other
the-
shows.
what's the-
JFL 42 like
Just for Laughs?
yeah, just for last 40 the Toronto show, not the Montreal show. Like Yuck Yucks, absolutely like the big clubs. They're still booking men, mostly men and mostly white men. Like it's we are.
But
getting,
don't they know now? Isn't it obvious that
Don't
they
they know
is-
what?
But don't they know that everyone wants
wait,
the
no,
other
no,
thing?
finish that sentence.
Yeah, I
Don't they know?
did. Don't they know that everyone wants the other thing?
Right. What does that mean?
It means that we want diversity now.
A lot of people don't want diversity. That's the thing.
Everybody that's watching shows wants more diversity
That's
in it because
not-
everyone's talking about that.
Okay, I would challenge that and say like there's a difference between what people are talking about on Twitter and what people actually want.
Yeah,
I think so.
And we're also like in a liberal, like in comedy, I feel like most of us are liberal-minded in the sense that we want diversity, we'll preach for diversity. There's obviously some weirdos that are like, oh, fuck this, black people don't have it, this is ridiculous. But for the most part, we want diversity, so we'll say, oh, we need representation across the board.
But you're talking about people that are in our industry, like liberal arts, and that's what I'm saying.
But we're not the business types that actually book the shows and do this. So like, you look at Absolute.
So the business types aren't stand-ups that have made it? There's business types that are completely devoid from us and different people?
Yeah, I think they tend to play it more conservative, where it's like, okay, all whites worked for this long. Having a black person, for example, having a Spanish person, this is unproven. So we're not gonna.
Well, it's also the audiences, though. The audiences have seen a particular thing for the last 20 years. When they go to see it, when they come to Toronto and they go to Absolute to see a show, they want to see like 10 dudes kill it and talk about their dicks. Like that's what they're used to.
The average white guy in his 40s, me.
No, I'm talking about the people coming from like outside of the city. So you're driving in from Barrie, you're driving in from Hamilton. You want to see this. You don't want to see some woman talking about her fucking liberal feminist ways or her period.
Yeah,
like,
the beetroot period.
You know, that's still not really on the table for a lot of big audiences, and those are the big clubs. That's Absolute. That's Yuck Yucks.
So if I may, do you get this situation where you do your period joke? And do you lose half the room?
No, the period joke always kills.
So what makes men go, I don't approve of a woman talking in such ways?
But if you're like, man, I'm in such a fucking bad mood, I'm like bleeding all over my panties right now, you would like totally gross out a room.
I was taken aback for a second.
Exactly.
You were welcome to do that.
I mean, I don't mind
but,
it.
I don't mind it.
But if a guy was like, oh, I'm bleeding from my dick all over my boxers right now, everyone would die.
You should use that. That's funny.
I feel like that was Andrew Dice Clay's whole thing. Yeah.
Oh my god, I saw Andrew Dice Clay on like an old Rodney Dangerfield special. The punchline, he just said, "Oh, suck my dick 6 times," and I'm like, this is very 80s.
Yeah. So what's the most recent thing that you've been watching recently that's dated, and why? As I mentioned, Friends. It really seems to have dated. Any references for comics for you? Let's start.
I mean, we mentioned Seinfeld before.
How's that dated?
For the most part, it holds up. But there's like a few episodes where they just like really embrace stereotypes. Like Babu is just. I forgot what.
Is that Apu? Like he's Apu, isn't he? Isn't he an Indian guy?
Yeah, it's like very aggressively like the stereotypes. There's an episode where he gets a haircut.
Isn't storytelling archetype though? I mean, isn't that the clear read? Isn't Babu a real thing that they're showing heightened for comedy?
Right. I mean, but you can look at other aspects that aren't usually touched upon from those cultures, for example, or you don't even have to define them.
In mainstream Seinfeld, NBC, 7:30 to the masses.
Seinfeld was, I would say Seinfeld's usually smarter than that, because like you look at the other plot lines that have nothing to do with ethnicity, and they're usually like smarter, everything comes together nicely, it's good. Like, you don't see Jerry's Jewish, I think George is Jewish, and you don't see them aggressively, like that's a part of them, but it's not aggressively like, oh, I can't buy this, it's $3.
Yeah, I'm a tight Jew!
Yeah, exactly, but they do that with every other culture,
yeah,
it just reads that they
don't do it with black,
they don't do the
you can't
research.
do it with black. You can do it with Chinese, you can do it with Middle East.
I don't think you can do it with Chinese anymore.
We really want.
Yeah. Well, just because that's like another like known minority.
Powers?
Yeah. Also because it's
just straight up racist.
So could you
like when you do like the Babu impression or when you make fun of Jews, like that is also racist. I am too. What? It's still racist.
And racist shouldn't be cross boundaries for humor? Racist isn't that thing that we want to break and tease?
That is what we have agreed to in entertainment. That there is an unspoken rule about certain tropes that you just don't go there.
You don't go there. Specific. We don't joke about the race now?
No, we don't go. I mean, it's what happened with what's his face that played Kramer. He got up on stage and started talking.
The N-word, the N-word, the N-word,
crossed
the
that
N-word.
boundary.
Yeah, he totally did. There was no humor though. He'd lost humor and started shouting himself.
Have you heard the interview about him talking about that?
I've heard a couple.
So it's based around material. Those weren't. He
didn't
just get
but he
up there
overcommitted to it.
Right, like he didn't get up there and have a psychotic breakdown.
No.
He was going for material.
And he was pushing too hard.
He just went too far.
Yeah.
I think in comedy, feel free to disagree. I won't yell at you guys. In comedy, if you, I don't want to say you can't cross the line and do this type of thing. You do this type of thing, because in my opinion, again, feel free to disagree. Anthony Jeselnik opens his second album. He literally the first 5 minutes is him opening with like rape jokes. Yeah. And he literally just did that because everyone was like, oh, you can't talk about rape on stage.
Yeah,
so he's like,
exactly.
well, fuck this.
And that's the difference. I got back to what's the difference between American and Canadian stand-ups. It seems like Americans are always trying to push those boundaries, and you guys play it a bit more safe.
I wouldn't say that.
I think in Toronto compared to like, comics that I've heard from Western Canada are totally different. Like, I've heard guys, and I say that men exclusively, from like Western Canada who are comics joke about, you know, all kinds of stuff that we wouldn't even think about talking about here because we're just so diverse and we have to cater to such a, like, not only like multi-cultural crowd, but, you know, people, yeah, everything. We've got to like really consider our audience.
I mean, at the end of the day, you want them to like you, right? Like, when people complain about Canadian comics being too polite and too timid, I get that, but like, it's a lot harder.
You don't hear the N-word, you don't hear bitch please.
Right, but it's a lot harder to please a crowd in this city than it is in New York, where you can go down and lay down dick jokes and rape jokes, and people fucking laugh.
Exactly, the
They don't
Canadian
laugh
audience
at that
is way,
here.
no.
Yeah, they
and
don't,
who,
they don't
is there a
want
right,
it.
is there a wrong?
Yes, but rape jokes. No.
It depends where you are. Like
Yeah.
Anthony Jeselnik was here for JFL. He did just as good as he usually does. It depends on because you'll hear a lot of
If you're a
comics.
name.
Yeah, you'll hear a lot of open mic comics talk about, all right, I did this to this girl, and you're like, what the hell? But because there's like no craft to it. Like Anthony Jeselnik is intentionally playing the villain, so there's like a sense of irony.
Yeah.
And like he's making a larger point. He's not, in a way, he's not laughing at rape and like at the victim and being like, oh well, you deserved it, whatever.
Would you say the N-word for a joke if the joke was not at the expense of the N-word but the person saying it? Would you
In
say
a table of 5 white people, I don't think any of us are qualified to say this, but let's just, let's say the N-word, motherfucker!
I think Louis C.K. is the only one who can get away.
Why?
Because
Louis
he
C.K.
did
can't
that-
get away with anything.
Well,
No,
not
not now.
anymore. Okay, maybe
Yeah.
not anymore. But he did this one bit where he talks about like going into a coffee shop, and this guy makes him a coffee, and he comes out of the coffee shop and he takes a sip, and he's like, "Damn, I made really good fucking coffee."
Did I hear
that made really good fucking
Yeah.
yeah, I know that one.
And that killed because he
But it
goes
was
on to explain that the guy wasn't black.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
was just like an
Yeah.
expression.
Yeah. And so anybody here would do that because it's not aimed at anybody. It's not derogatory.
Are you asking us to say the N-word on camera?
Yes, all 1, 2, 3.
All right. How much am I gonna say?
Yeah. No. So we were talking about things that are dated. Jordan, have you got any?
I don't really watch TV.
How old are you, if I may?
I'm 22.
22. So you've not got to the old years of looking back yet.
No, but I feel like.
What's the funniest thing in Canada right now? What's the funniest thing to watch?
I really like Baroness von Sketch.
Baroness von Sketch
We
is
know
very
those
good.
girls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like my favorite. They're so funny. It's
They're-
so real.
What do they do that's different and speaks to you?
They just tell like real stories about real women, and it's really relatable. It's really funny.
Are they of the moment?
Yeah, for sure.
Are they commenting on the Me Too and the situations that things like that, or is it just too cliche to do that now?
I mean, I don't know if they have commented, but I wouldn't say they wouldn't. I don't know.
They kind of go a step further with the Me Too stuff.
Yeah.
And when they
How?
comment on feminism, they're commenting on feminism,
Yeah.
which I think is a lot funnier
Right.
in
Yeah.
terms of like
They just go
sketch
deeper.
material. Yeah.
Oh, the deep.
Yeah, and because I think I know a few of those women just from Second City, and they
Yeah.
a lot of the time, just because Second City has this whole thing where it's like they think of premises. It's not wouldn't it be funny if X and X happened. It's isn't this the real thing funny, and they just take that and they heighten that. And they brought that to Baroness von Sketch. And
Yeah.
like,
So good.
Absolutely.
I'm not like I can't relate to like a lot of the experiences they talk about as a white man, but I know that this is a thing people go through, so I'm still like in my head like that's funny, yo.
But to say that Me Too or talking about those kinds of issues is cliche, like already, is
I'm asking.
so
I didn't
insulting.
say. I'm saying. Is anyone feeling that?
Yeah, well,
No, I wasn't saying. I was saying, is that overly hyped in comedy yet? Is
Can I have a second?
Is it?
Just to
Yeah.
breathe.
Yeah. It's
I'm
not. It's not.
offended.
It's not being. It's not every comic's doing it.
Are you Weinsteining right now?
Yeah. It's not because I feel like in America that's all they would be talking about right now. So, you know.
Well, that's what everyone's talking about,
I
and
think
isn't that the point that comedy serves, to talk about
Soapbox.
what needs to be talked about?
I think a lot of people
exactly.
are talking about. Oh, sorry. I think a lot of people are talking about it, but they're not doing it effectively. Like, there's a lot of people just talking about it to talk about it. They don't have an opinion. They're like, okay, well, this is what people are talking about.
Yeah.
But like you see
Fair.
comics out there like Samantha Bee.
Great.
That's the end of my life.
That's the woman that you watch, Samantha Bee.
Yeah, who's talking about it? She's like, oh,
Who
this
just
is-
happens to be Canadian.
This is a good This is good satire. Like, this is actually smart.
Mhm.
It just depends on the amount of thought you put into it. Like, people are talking about Donald Trump all the time,
Yeah.
and like 1 out of every 15 is doing it well.
Anyone think here on the table that they might mention Donald Trump in a routine?
Yeah, he used to be part of my pockets joke.
Well, the thing about Donald, what's the deal with Donald Trump, Rob? Oh my God, that hair!
Yeah. Don't talk about bad hair.
He's so orange.
So why did he get cut? Sick of him?
Yeah, that line was just hammy, and fuck that guy. Like he doesn't deserve any of my stage time, right?
Cool.
Like I don't.
What was
He's got
the
enough
line?
attention. Well, I talk about how like the pockets joke is ironic, kind of. I don't know if this is irony. I have like hilariously large hands. Don't look. Like real potato picking hands. But I used to in the bit compare my hands to Donald Trump's and make the argument that even Donald Trump wouldn't be able to fit his hand in my pocket. But then it like went down.
I get that.
It went down
That's
like a
probably
weird
cool.
tangent of like don't put your hand in my pocket, like pussy grabbing. Like it was just odd, and I was like, no, this is a joke about pockets, not about the American president.
There wouldn't be anyone in a Canadian audience that would be like, oh, dare they insult Trump? I'm a fan.
I don't think so. Maybe some
It's
Ford
more-
Nation folks.
It's
Yeah.
more the bitter taste that comes into your mouth when you hear someone even just like starting to tell a joke
it's
about it.
almost
You're
like
like,
a
please
groan.
don't.
Yeah.
We don't want to
Yeah,
do
but
this, and we don't want to pay to hear this.
We have the late night shows for this, and that's all we need.
And they're good at it.
And they're good, yeah. These are professionals.
You were going to say you think there's Trump supporters here?
I mean, I know a couple of Trump supporters.
That watch liberal comedy in Toronto?
The Trump supporters, I don't want to say the progressive, because...
The progressive Trump supporter?
No, I'm not saying, do not get this on the record.
I'm just going to cut there. Progressive Trump supporter. Your name.
No, one I know a couple in comedy, and they still laugh at anti-Trump material because it's about, okay, is this actually funny?
So you've got comics that are pro-Trump that are Canadian, that you know?
That I know. I didn't say I was friends with.
No.
For the record.
I know who you're talking about. That's the
Oh,
funny
so there's
thing.
one there.
Oh, okay.
There's one.
We're
We'll
talking
cut
about the same
there.
person.
Can we go back to dating? Dated. Do you think that there's anything now that you look back on and go, well, that's just wrong, and I didn't know it was wrong when I was
Yeah, Friends for sure is like
Please tell one.
super homophobic. Like
We'll go.
every time someone mentions like a gay relationship, there's canned laughter from the audience,
Well,
and then
that's
like
every time someone mentions anything.
yeah, but it's like especially like oh that's so racy, and it's like no, you just referenced kissing a guy. Like
Because this was parallel to Will and Grace. Same
exactly, but I would make the same argument with Will and Grace, and I know a lot of
Ooh.
people in the gay LGBTQ community that fucking hate that show because like it promulgated a lot of stereotypes. People don't call that show homophobic because it's not. But like there were kids coming out at that time who were like, cool, that's not me or what I stand for or my culture, but now I have to be that because it's the only show about homosexuality. You know what I mean? Like it created kind of a bit of a void. And the problem with Friends is that like we were all so complacent with like 5 white people like having a time and like not really into gay stuff, and not really into blacks, and it was like what? Like
Not one black boyfriend,
It took
right?
like 8 seasons to get a black person like to have more than
Who
one
was the
line
black
represent-
guy? Oh, the woman.
Charlie, David
Charlie.
Ross
Beautiful,
in like
yeah.
season 8. And yes, of course, she's so beautiful and she's so intelligent and she's so poised. Like that's the only kind of
Yeah, it
representation.
can't be a working class black guy.
Yeah, it can't be like someone
Dated
like,
Rachel.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was
God,
a
yeah.
bummer.
But
Yeah.
can it be though?
Can it be what?
Could we have a normal, say a janitor? I'm just going working class, not racial.
Yeah.
I'm going working class, so he's a janitor and he goes to Central Park and dates Rachel for an episode or 2. Could that work?
I mean, not within the confines of the show. So now you're getting into like writing structure because the
Why
rules,
she can date her roommate next door? Why can't she date the janitor in the
because
building basement?
because the rules around Rachel's character are pretty tight that she wouldn't date someone outside of her class structure. Like even when she dated the assistant, right? Like it was because he was attractive. So if the janitor was like a super hot babe, then yes, that would follow Rachel's like character
no,
description.
she wouldn't go ugly.
But
no,
yeah,
yeah.
she wouldn't go.
She wouldn't date down.
And then she definitely wouldn't date
Not
down.
with that network.
Yeah,
nipple.
exactly.
No, nipples every episode.
Phoebe could date that guy for sure. Phoebe would date that guy.
Phoebe would date a homeless
janitor.
guy.
Yeah, Phoebe
Didn't
dated
she?
a homeless guy.
She would totally date the dude.
Yeah.
Phoebe for president.
Amen.
So
Rat
Friends,
babies and all.
Friends is dating. Have you got anything?
What have I watched? Yeah, I tried to watch Friends lately. But...
What's the thing about your childhood show?
Oh, Sailor Moon?
Well, I don't know. Tell me what Sailor Moon is and why it aroused you at such a young age. Tell the story.
Well, I was like in kindergarten and I was really turned on by Sailor Moon because it's like, if you
What
watch
is
it,
this?
it's an anime series.
I sound like a, what is this?
It's an anime series and it follows like Sailor Moon, Sailor Mars, Sailor Venus, Sailor Mercury,
Are these
Sailor Jupiter,
planets?
and their nemesis. What's his name? Mask?
Phantom Mask or
no,
something?
it's tuxedo.
Tuxedo
Mask.
Mask.
A tuxedo.
And they're dressed in like schoolgirl outfits, but like mini skirts, and they have their hair like
So
up in
cute.
little. Yeah, it's really hot, and it's confusing for little girls, I think.
How old were you when you got these sexual urges?
8 or
I
9.
was
like 3 years
No,
old.
I was like 3 when I started masturbating.
That's insane, right? I saw that.
I mean, but
Oh my
but
God.
kids touch themselves. Like it's a real thing that we don't.
I had
talk
one
about.
baby.
I
I
would
knew.
touch
I
myself
visited my
like
best
that,
friend, and he had a
though,
baby that would sit in the corner going. So if I don't.
Yeah, dogs do it. Dogs will sit
Even
there
educated
with their
bees
paws.
do it. Right.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I think we're going to wrap up, guys. Thank you very much.
Great,
If
thanks,
I can just finish with everybody's name again. So just tell me who you were.
Jordan.
Just say your upset name.
Sure, Jordan Brown.
Oh, Sean Mostyn. Sebastian Fast.
Sorry, do we need this on camera? Or is this just for?
We might as well, just in case.
Okay, let's start over then, please.
Let's get names and we're done.
Okay.
Okay, if I can please just end saying thank you. If I can please just end saying thank you to everyone for coming. That's lovely.
Let me
Thank
get
you.
that on you.
And I'm going to say it again. If I can just end now by saying thank you everybody for coming. That was really lovely and you've been supportive and we're going to do great. But if I could just get your name once more, that'd be lovely.
Jordan Brown.
Sebastian Fazio.
Cat Durant.
Zoe Brownstone.
I've been Robert Holden. Thank you for coming. Thank you.
And
that's a wrap!
Can you do your name again? Which one do you need? Any?
I could use.
Oh, you're not getting it on. Yeah.
I could
Sorry,
use.
good.
I could use cats.
I mean, if we it's like, no, it's fine.
That's fine. We should get some cutaways though of hands and stuff.
Right, I think we.
Okay, you know what? Just
like
2
a-
minutes.
Yeah.
And we're just gonna get hands and stuff like that.
Jake, tell me.
Because I nacho Mostyn on them.
They need
something
to cut with.
And I'll be like,
So what we actually did there is we actually.
Okay, you guys just chat.
What we actually did
Don't
there
worry
is
about
we
it.
got you talking about a bit of your material, you talking about a bit of material, so we can definitely cut away now because we got you talking about things that we mentioned in the material, so that was brilliant. How do you feel it went? Is there anything that you could? I mean, so basically, hopefully
Yeah, tell us.
that
Tell us your dreams.
we start. So hopefully we start off walking into the club, join this conversation, and then cut this conversation through the stand-up. So is there any jokes that you thought went well that you hope we use more than others? I'm asking now as the
No,
editor,
none of
sitting with
them.
the editor. Oh, I think you were great. So you wouldn't be here if you weren't. I mean, don't you think? Wait, haven't you got like if you
use my
imagine?
whole set story.
Well, if you imagine for me that we're da-da-da, we're talking da-da-da-da, and then cut to a 2-line bit of stand-up. What's your strongest 2-line bit of stand-up? Ah, fuck.
Because like what I perceive as my strongest material never gets as good a laugh
Yeah, that
as like
always
the other
happens to
material.
me.
So that's it's
Road
a
Runner?
weird.
that always happens.
It's a
to me.
weird conundrum.
So why don't we ask each other what we thought our strongest
If you
suits
can
were?
remember.
Oh, I can.
Go on, what did you particularly like?
About
Any of them? Do you remember? Because I don't, honestly. I know they're all good, but I couldn't tell you one thing they said. Can you? Can you remember?
Yeah, for sure. I think Jordan's like line about. And we left all the way home.
Cutting.
All right, that's
So he was
good.
already.
One.
Got it.
Mark.
Thank you. And just getting final focus. It's good. Okay. Frame.
Look. You're a nice guy. You are. But I can't keep doing this, okay? You've got to work your stuff out on another stage at another club.
But, this is the last club in town for me, Tony.
Really?
No. What I meant was that this is the best club in town for me, Tony. This is the place that I want to be. No. Okay, look. Okay, yes, I need this gig right now. I'm working on something. I'm working through something, and I need this. Please, Tony.
It won't be the best club if I let constantly shitty. And I'm sorry, but that's what you are.
Mm-hmm.
Constantly
Wait,
shitty
Yeah, okay.
acts up on stage.
Uh-huh.
I gotta let you go, kid.
Right. But no, because right. Okay, but I got a sketch, see? I got a sketch. No, I know.
What?
I got a sketch. I know I'm sucking up there. I'm working through something. I'm trying to tell you that, but I'm changing format now, so it doesn't matter. It's 2 of us, right? We're changing format. It's me, it's Charlie. You like Charlie. You've met Charlie, you've laughed with Charlie, so and we're called the Baby Dolls.
The baby dolls.
Uh-huh. Yep. No, with the baby dolls.
The baby dolls.
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 Dolls. Go up like an Australian. Come on. Dolls. Come on. Well, okay, it doesn't matter, but it's funny and it works. Okay, so all you've got to do is let me go up there. You get the bosses. You go, come see the baby dolls, because that's how you say it. And then they see and they laugh. And they're like, okay.
Hey, Rob. It's not just me, all right? If I let you back up on that stage, they're gonna can me, and you know I'm not gonna let that happen.
Right, but it's not just me, is it? It's 2 of us, so it's a sketch. So come on, Tony, you can do this. One last shot, right?
I gotta go. One last shot.
There we go.
One last shot, kid.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Cut.